Hey, what's going on, guys? So clearly, I'm still figuring out. First of all, let's go Knicks. They just won yesterday and advanced to the second round of the playoffs. Very excited for that. But yes, let me look at the lens and let me highlight you out for one quick second. I'm still figuring out some things about the Blackmagic camera app, so stay tuned on that. But today's video, I want to talk a little bit about this CM-15 microphone. I got a message online the other day about how this mic performs when the microphone is not as close to your face when you're speaking. So I wanted to do essentially just a quick test. Right now we have this microphone set on no gain boost. There are two or three options. It's like a 0, as you can see here. There's like a 1, and then there's a 2. So this is what it sounds like this. I'm gonna now switch it to 2. Why did I say 2 when I clearly meant 1? So now this is what it sounds like when it's set to 1, and then I'm going to switch it to 2 right now. And this is what it sounds like when I switch it to 2. So I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm speaking at the same volume. The person who messaged me on Instagram, first of all, shout out and thank you for the kind words about my YouTube content. He wanted to know how this mic performs when it is located about a meter, which I believe is like 3.3 feet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe not about, like I think it's exactly, or about, I don't know, 3.3 feet. So he wanted to know like if this can be used in like a podcast setting. And I'm like, well, it comes with this little stand here, or does it come with it, or did I get this separate? I don't remember. Maybe it doesn't come with this. Maybe I bought this separate. But anyway, I'm going to do a quick test of it right now. I'm going to place this microphone, and I'm thinking when you're using it in that setting, you clearly do want to use the 2 option here because it's a little bit further back, and I think in post you would just be able to make the necessary changes that you need to. So I'm going to check this right now. This is, I mean, it's not 3 feet, it's probably about 2 feet, from me right now, and I think this is as good as we can get for this demo purpose. Yeah, in the car. But I have it sitting right on the dashboard, and again I have it set to 2, level 2, and this is how it sounds. I want to keep talking so you guys can continue to hear how it sounds, and I want to talk a little bit about my Patreon. My Patreon is a place that I am working to build a community of people who are interested in learning chord progressions, because that's going to be a big part of what I'm doing on that platform, but also a community of people who are creatives and want a space to cultivate that creativity. That I just came up with that off the top. But I'm very excited about it. I think Patreon is a phenomenal platform, in my opinion, for the things that I would like to be able to do. And one thing about it that excites me the most is it's not good to just be like, hey, sign up for this thing and pay me. That's not a good strategy, I don't think. That's kind of what Patreon was before. It's like, hey, again, it's not telling people to, but it's like, hey, if you want to support me, or if you want more content, here's $1 a month, or $3 or $5 or $10 or $30 or whatever. But there's also a follow option on Patreon, where if you're interested in building community, and you're interested in additional content from me, and you're interested in the things that I talk about and the things that I do, you can follow me right now on Patreon. I'll leave a link right here in this video, or right here, depending on that thing. I'll also have a link in the description, and I'm excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be great for everyone. I think it's going to just be able to have us get to know each other better, right? In the chat rooms that are there, and stuff that I want to share, but not necessarily on YouTube. I can share it a little bit more openly to people who I know, like, you want to be here. You don't have to be here. Not necessarily on YouTube, you have to be, but if you're subscribed to me on Patreon, either for free or for one of those tiers that I mentioned, you're deliberately going out your way to do that, and I appreciate it. So we'll leave it at that. CM-15, let me know how this sounds to you guys. Again, in the car, I'm not in a treated room, but I'm actually quite curious myself, to be quite honest. Like, I want to know, with this microphone, how does this sound? Obviously the volume is going to be lower because it's further away from my mouth, but in post, when I add a little bit of gain to it, how will that sound compared to just having the mic on a lower, like no gain or 1 gain, and speaking closer? Are they negligible? Is it the same? We'll find out when I'm editing this video. So thank you again for watching. And also this camera, like I'm still figuring things out. Like I mentioned, just real quick, I'm using the Blackmagic camera app, and I'm liking it a lot for a lot of reasons compared to this camera app. But I'm looking right now at what you guys are seeing, because I'm not even going to treat this in post. This is the front facing camera on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it looks pretty damn good, like very good in my opinion. I'm not even using the back camera, and maybe eventually I'll start using the back camera. There are reasons why I prefer not using my main camera app for this type of thing, for these types of videos, but I want to still spend some more time in the Blackmagic camera app to dial it in. Like how can I get that camera app? I know you can do all these control settings and stuff to dial it in exactly the way that you want, and if you're good enough, you can get it to be even better than what this main default camera app is able to do. But if you're not good enough, or if you're learning like I'm learning right now, I just went in and just tried to shoot a video, and it was like washed out and looked terrible. I'm like, okay, that's not good. So I have to figure that out still, and I will figure it out. I'm thinking if I leave everything to actually, no, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, this is the end of the video. Thank you very much, and like and subscribe, I guess, but more importantly, check out my Patreon if you're interested. All right, have a good one. Peace.